Did you know that the Roman Empire was so vast it could fit modern-day United States within its borders with room to spare? That's right. The Roman Empire, at its peak, was an expansive entity that stretched over 3 continents: Europe, Asia, and Africa. For over 1,000 years, from the 8th century BC to the 5th century AD, it was one of the most powerful empires in history. Its influence was so profound that it left indelible imprints on the cultures, languages, and systems of governance of these regions. The empire's might was such that it was often referred to as Roma Aeterna, the eternal city. But like all great stories, the Roman Empire had its chapters of rise and fall, triumph and defeat, glory and decay. So how did this mighty empire rise to power, and why did it eventually fall? Let's delve into the annals of history. Imagine a small city-state, Rome, in 753 BCE, that would grow to dominate the known world. It's hard to fathom, isn't it? Yet, that's exactly what happened. Born from a tangle of mythology and history, Rome began as just another settlement among the Italian hills. The early beginnings of Rome are steeped in legend. It's said that Rome was founded by twins Romulus and Remus, who were raised by a she-wolf. But let's leave the mythology behind for a moment. In reality, Rome was a monarchy initially, ruled by kings, until the establishment of the Roman Republic in 509 BCE. This marked a significant shift in the political landscape. The Roman Republic was a time of great social and political evolution. The Romans were pioneers in the realm of law. They established a legal system with rights and responsibilities, principles that continue to influence legal systems around the world today. But Rome wasn't just about law and order. Let's not forget their military prowess. The Roman legions, well-disciplined and expertly trained, were a force to be reckoned with. They expanded Rome's territories through a series of wars and conquests. One of the most significant of these conflicts were the Punic Wars against Carthage, a powerful city-state in North Africa. These wars, fought over the course of more than a century, saw Rome emerge as the dominant power in the Mediterranean. The end of the Punic Wars in 146 BCE marked the start of a new era for Rome. But with success came internal strife. The Republic was marred by social and political unrest, leading to a series of civil wars. This unrest culminated in the transition from a republic to an empire, with Julius Caesar's adopted heir, Octavian, later known as Augustus, becoming the first Roman emperor. By 27 BCE, the Roman Republic had transformed into the Roman Empire, marking the start of a period of unprecedented power. This was the rise of the Roman Empire, and it was only the beginning. The world was yet to witness the true might and influence of this colossal empire. The Roman Empire didn't just happen overnight. It was a product of strategic alliances, military victories, and innovative leadership. Enter the Golden Age of the Roman Empire, a period that saw the reign of the 5 good emperors, a succession of leaders who were noted for their competent rule and for the prosperity they brought to the empire. This was a time when Rome was in its prime, a beacon of civilization amidst a world of chaos. The first of the 5 good emperors was Nerva, a man of peace who set the tone for his successors. Then came Trajan, a military genius who expanded the empire to its greatest extent. Hadrian, Antoninus Pius, and Marcus Aurelius followed, each contributing their unique strengths to the empire's stability and growth. During this golden age, Rome enjoyed a period of peace and prosperity, known as the Pax Romana. This was a time when wars were few, trade thrived, and the arts flourished. The people of Rome could travel safely across the vast empire, from the sunny shores of Spain to the bustling markets of Egypt, thanks to the well-maintained network of roads. Moreover, the Romans were master builders. They constructed grand structures that have stood the test of time and continue to inspire us today. From the towering aqueducts that carried fresh water into the cities, to the grand amphitheaters that hosted gladiatorial games and theatrical performances, the Romans knew how to make a statement. One could not talk about the Golden Age without mentioning Augustus, the first emperor of Rome. His reign marked the beginning of a period of relative peace and stability that lasted for over 200 years. Under Augustus, Rome grew from a city of brick to a city of marble, a testament to the prosperity of the time. But as they say, all that glitters is not gold. The empire was about to face challenges that would lead to its downfall. It's hard to believe that the Roman Empire, which had been so powerful, began to crumble from within. But as we know, even the mightiest of entities can fall, and so did the Roman Empire. The decline of the Roman Empire wasn't an overnight occurrence. It was a gradual process that was influenced by several factors, both internal and external. To begin with, the empire was facing severe economic troubles. The vast expanse of the empire made trade difficult and expensive. Moreover, inflation was on the rise, making the Roman currency lose its value. Next, the empire was grappling with military overspending. To protect its vast territories and borders, the empire had to maintain a massive army. This not only strained the empire's resources, but also led to increased taxation, causing discontent among the people. Government corruption was another nail in the empire's coffin. The political system of the empire was riddled with corruption and incompetence. The frequent changes in leadership and the constant power struggles created instability, further weakening the empire. The arrival of the Huns and the migration of the barbarian tribes added fuel to the fire. The Huns, a nomadic people from Central Asia, invaded the empire, causing destruction and chaos. Meanwhile, the barbarian tribes from Germany began migrating into the empire, leading to conflicts and battles. These factors combined led to the slow but steady decline of the Roman Empire. The empire, which was once a symbol of power and grandeur, was now a shadow of its former self. It was unable to protect its territories. Its economy was in shambles, and its people were disillusioned. The mighty Roman Empire finally met its end in 476 AD, marking the beginning of the Middle Ages in Europe. This marked the end of an era that had witnessed the rise and fall of one of the greatest empires in history. But as they say, every end is a new beginning. And so, the fall of the Roman Empire ushered in a new era, an era that would shape the course of history in ways unimaginable. The Roman Empire may have fallen, but its influence is still felt today, more than 1,500 years later. Let's dive into the astonishing legacy of the Roman Empire, shall we? This colossal empire didn't just fade into the annals of history. No, it left behind an indelible imprint that has shaped the modern world in countless ways. First up, we have the realm of law. Many principles of Roman law, such as innocent until proven guilty, are fundamental to our modern legal systems. The very concept of a republic, a government in which power resides with the people and their elected representatives, is a gift from the Romans. Next up, the language. Latin, the language of the Romans, is the bedrock of the Romance languages: Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian. Even English, though not a Romance language, has about half of its vocabulary derived from Latin. And then there's architecture. Ever admired the grandeur of a dome or the elegance of an arch? You've got the Romans to thank for that. They pioneered the use of arches and domes in large-scale buildings, techniques we still use today. Let's not forget the government. The Roman system of administration, with its provinces and governors, has heavily influenced the structure of modern states. The concept of citizenship, the idea of people having rights and duties under a state, is another Roman legacy. And lastly, the Romans were masters of engineering. They constructed an extensive network of roads and aqueducts, some of which are still in use today. Their innovations in building materials, particularly the use of concrete, revolutionized construction. So the next time you marvel at a feat of engineering, remember the Romans. Their empire may have fallen, but their legacy is all around us.